Let me ask you something real. Have you ever noticed this strange pattern? The louder someone talks about their future plans, the less likely they are to follow through. It's like the more noise they make, the less action they take. Why does that happen? Because we now live in a world obsessed with performance. Not performance of real results, but performance for approval. People don't want to build anymore. They want to be seen building. They don't want the journey. They want applause for announcing the journey. So what's the fastest way to feel good in today's world? Tell people your dreams. Say you're writing a book. Say you're launching a business. Say you're going to change your life. And boom, you get praise. You get the dopamine hit. You get the wow, that's amazing reactions. But here's the problem. Your brain doesn't know the difference between doing and talking about doing. It feels that validation and thinks the job is already done. It gives you the reward without the work, and that's where dreams quietly go to die. You haven't taken a step forward, you've just leaked your energy, spilled your fire before it could ignite anything real. That hunger you once had, now it's dulled, because the applause came too soon. Real success, it's quiet, it's built in silence, it's constructed in the background, far from attention. It happens in the early mornings when the world is asleep, in the late nights when no one's watching, in the moments when you feel doubt, but keep going anyway. No camera, no audience, just you and your work. The truth is, the ones who actually succeed are often the ones you don't hear much about. Not because they're unmotivated, but because they're busy, focused, disciplined. They let their results speak so loudly that their words are no longer needed. So the next time you feel the urge to share your plans with everyone, pause. Ask yourself, do I want progress or just praise? Hold it in. Let your vision live inside you a little longer. Let it grow stronger, sharper. Don't give it away for cheap claps. Let the world wonder what you're building. Let the silence do the talking, until it can't be ignored anymore. Because when you finally arrive, when you've done the work, paid the price, stayed the course, you won't need to tell anyone. They'll see it, they'll feel it, they'll know. So never announce, never explain, just show them, with results, with mastery, with undeniable impact. Keep your energy, keep your plans, and let your success be the only proof you ever need. Be honest with yourself for a moment. How many times have you said you were going to start something? A new habit, a bold career move, a creative project, only to watch it quietly disappear? Why does this happen? Because talking about something tricks your brain. It gives you a temporary high. It feels like progress, even though nothing has actually changed. You haven't built anything. You haven't overcome anything. You've only stimulated your imagination, not your reality. That's the illusion of words. And it's dangerous. Talking satisfies that part of your mind that wants to grow, but growth only happens through action. The most successful people in the world, they're not constantly making announcements. They're not begging for recognition. They're in the background, quietly building. They're failing in private. They're learning. They're rising one silent step at a time. Their reward isn't in the noise, it's in the results. So next time you feel the itch to tell someone your grand idea, pause. Resist the urge, because your energy is a currency. Spend it wisely. Save it for the hours that actually matter, the ones where no one is clapping, but you're still showing up. And now, the second reason to stay quiet: people won't get it. They won't see what you see. They won't feel what you feel, because your vision was given to you, not to them. And when you share it too soon, you're giving it to minds that aren't ready to understand. You tell someone you want to start your own company. They call it risky. You say you're leaving your job to follow your passion. They raise their eyebrows. They say, "Are you sure? Do you think it'll work?" That sounds hard. Not because they want to hurt you, but because they're projecting their own limitations onto your dream. They're not reacting to your future. They're reacting to the fears they've never confronted. And if you're not careful, those doubts start seeping in. Their uncertainty becomes your hesitation. Their fear becomes your delay. You start second-guessing your instincts. You begin editing your ambition. And over time, that powerful spark you once felt begins to dim. That's why protecting your vision is not selfish, it's survival. Your dreams need safe space to grow. They need silence. They need belief, not permission. They need you to trust yourself even when no one else does. Because the truth is, the world doesn't believe in you until you win, until they see the results, until the vision becomes real, and by then you won't need their validation anyway. So for now, keep building, quietly, boldly, relentlessly. Let your silence become your strength. Let your success become your explanation. You don't owe anyone a preview of your greatness. Let them witness it when it's ready to be seen. The greatest visionaries, the boldest creators, they don't broadcast their dreams. They protect them. They work quietly. They build behind closed doors. They guard their vision like it's sacred, because it is. Why? Because they know something most people don't. Dreams are fragile in their early stages. Expose them too soon, and the world's opinions can crush them. Not with malice, but with doubt, confusion, and fear. A careless comment, a skeptical look, a dismissive tone, that's all it takes to shake your belief, to slow you down, to make you question your path. And that's why the greatest creators stay silent. They don't seek applause, they seek progress. Now, here's the third reason to stay quiet. And it's a big one. Momentum. Success isn't built overnight. It's built inch by inch with consistent, quiet effort. Every day you show up, even when it's hard. Every small step, every uncelebrated victory, every early morning and sleepless night. They compound. But the moment you start talking about what you plan to do, you interrupt that flow. You break the rhythm. It's like opening the oven door too soon. The heat escapes, and what could have been a masterpiece ends up half-baked, incomplete, unfinished. Momentum is sacred. It's the force that pulls you forward, even when motivation fades. And every time you look outside yourself for approval, you're letting that force weaken. You're trading discipline for distraction, drive for attention. But here's the truth. No one needs to know what you're building until it's ready. And when it is ready, you won't have to say a word, because the work will speak, the results will roar, and everyone who once doubted you will be left in silence. So what should you do instead? Keep your head down. Stay focused. Build like no one is watching. Because for now, no one is. Let the mystery grow. Let the silence build power. Let the work stack. And when it's time, when your vision becomes reality, then, and only then, let them see. Not because you explained it, not because you posted about it, but because you showed them. That's the difference between dreamers and doers, between wishful thinking and unstoppable execution. Never tell people what you're doing, just do it. Because in the end, it's not your words that prove your worth, it's your results.